What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is DFX, finally back with another video. I took a quick vacation. It was 1 week, so this is why I wasn't doing these analysis videos, but I'm back on track, and my goal is to bring you as much content as possible to you behind the screen. Now, with these videos, my goal is to bring you emotionless, based on logic type of analysis, and bring you confidence and clarity to your own trading. Without further ado, let's jump into the charts and look at US30. Okay, so as you can see, I'm starting to look at at a daily time frame, and we can see that we are staying in this short-term bullish trend. Now, I understand that we are overall bearish if we zoom out of the charts, but currently, once again, like I said, I'm talking about facts, and the fact is that on the daily time frame, we're constantly making higher highs and higher lows. So before I do any of the zones, what I want to do first, I want to look at a monthly time frame. And as I was talking for the past 2-3 months, we do have a strong monthly support, and as you can see, it is being currently respected. I was talking about this when we had this monthly candle right here. The price came to this bounce. We had a lot of wins there. The price came to this once again, failed to break below. Now we do have another bullish engulfing candle forming. We do have only 4 days and 11 hours left for this candle to close. So there's a high chance that this last monthly candle is gonna be pretty bullish unless something happens and eventually drops. But the fact is that we have a bullish engulfing candle coming, monthly bullish engulfing candle coming off the monthly support. Let me mark this as red. We're gonna delete this later, but I want everyone to keep that in mind. If we look at the weekly time frame, now a couple interesting things I want to point out. Now, if we look in the past, every time we had a bullish candle weekly, next bullish candle was weak, and then we ended up going bearish. We had a bullish engulfing candle, we ended up going bearish. We had a bullish engulfing candle, we ended up going bearish. Now, once we approach this monthly support, what do we see? We have a bullish engulfing candle. Price did try to come lower, but for 1 week, other week, and the third week, the price failed to break this monthly support, and the last week we had another bullish candle. So if we look in the past, the price, every time it pushed up, it ended up dropping, and now we are seeing kind of different scenario, which is looking way more bullish than in the past. And it's not just looking at the candles, but we also once again have a strong monthly support that we are currently rejecting. So on the monthly, we have bullish candle, and on the weekly, we do have bunch of rejections, and the last week was pretty good bullish coming off of that monthly zone. Let's drop to the daily time frame, and once again, I'm gonna repeat myself. We do have this bullish trend to the upside. This could definitely be retracement, and the price eventually drops. That's perfectly fine, but I like to look at the facts, and I like to look what I see currently. And currently we have a pretty bullish momentum to the upside. Now I'm gonna delete this red zone monthly, but I want everyone to keep that in mind. Now when the price was somewhere around here, right, I sent my members that this zone is gonna be pretty big. We either come here and continue lower, or we don't respect the zone and we eventually break above, and then we might see a further bullish continuation to the upside. Now let's play this through. The price came to the zone, had a little drop, but eventually we broke above, and this is where we at right now. So the price did break above this level. We had one retest, then the next day we had bullish engulfing candle, then this next candle, daily candle, tried to take over to the downside, and currently today we're seeing another bullish push. Okay, so I want to go back to the weekly time frames and look at some interesting key areas. Now this is the key area I want to point out. This is because we have a lot of respect to the zone on a higher time frame. Once again, this is a weekly time frame, so this area is very important. Now we have respect here, we have respect here, we have respect here, we have 3 rejections here, and we have respect here. Now if we look at just the price action that we see right now, what I would say is the price either wants to magnet and go to the zone before continuing to the downside, or we break above the zone and then eventually continue to the upside. Now if we do end up breaking the zone, this is not going to be just a break of the zone, but this is also going to be a break of this last lower high on the weekly time frame. So on the weekly time frame, so what would that mean? That mean that this weekly structure is turning bullish, and we could see a long-term continuation to the upside on US30. Now until that happens, I'm gonna stay bearish because we are still on the weekly bearish market structure, and overall long-term bias, I am gonna be looking for shorts. But once again, if we look at a smaller time frame and we look at some key areas, the price is currently bouncing off some strong supports, and the price is forming nice momentum and nice structure on the lower time frame. So on the short-term bias, I'm bullish. On the long-term bias, I'm still bearish unless this weekly market structure is broken to the upside. Now, what are my targets to the upside? I think this area this red area right here that I have marked up is a strong magnet for a lot of big investors for the price to go, because it was a very, very defended area. And once we go to this area, I really think this is going to be a big test for the bulls to see if it's going to break or fail to break and then continue to the downside. Now, this is a perfect area to look for buys until we reach this zone. Now, this is a free run right here. All I'm going to be looking for is those pullbacks to the key demand areas until we reach the zone. This is a weekly time frame, so this move to the upside could be plenty of opportunities. Let's go down to the lower time frame and actually right now look for those potential entries to go to the upside. Now, this is my daily demand right here, but as you can see, we have already tested it. So I don't think it was, it wasn't a like one quick and go up. It was a lot of tests. It's 4-hour time frame. We had a lot of wicks to the downside. So at this moment, I think this area has been respected, and it is not as likely to come back before continuing to the upside. Since we don't have any areas on 4-hour time frame, what I'm going to do, I'm going to drop to a lower time frame and see if we have any other areas that brings my interest. So this is area that we could use to look for potential entries. So something like this would be very nice, especially if we see something quick push down on the New York Open and then continuation to the upside. This wouldn't just be a great entry, but also a great liquidation of people that got in here to go long. So basically taking them out at break even or even in a loss. On the 30-minute time frame, I cannot see a lot of zones that brings my interest because of this bullish push. I don't have zones. This is bearish push. I don't have clear demand zones or supply zones. I really like clear things. I am really patient with my analysis. So this would be a perfect case scenario for me to go long. I'm going to set alert, and if that happens, I would definitely be looking to go long. Now, another point I want to mention is even if I go long, I'm not going to be risking, a lot of percentage of my capital for 2 reasons. First reason, of course, we are in the long-term bearish trend. Second reason is we have this bullish structure right here, and we have a higher high, higher low, and a higher high. And it is not the best moment to look for buys when the price is sitting at a higher high, because the price might be dropping a little bit lower to create a lower low before continuing higher. Now, you might ask, why are you not looking for sell positions? And I'm going to explain you why. Is because, once again, bullish market structure. Second of all, we have not tested yet this zone. So I really believe this zone is like a magnet. The price really wants to reach this zone. And the bullish structure, the bullish momentum is so strong that I might even see the price continuing to the upside to touch the zone before creating a lower low. I'm gonna be looking for long positions, but once again, this is not a perfect case scenario when I'm like super excited, because once again we are sitting at a higher high position. Alright guys, thank you, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to check my daily chart markups, or if you want to join my free Telegram group or my private Telegram group, or learn to trade from me, you can check all the links in the description. This was IVFX. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.